Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're giving everything to someone and not getting the same in return? You're pouring out love, attention, time, and in the end, they vanish, leaving you empty handed? It's a harsh reality, but so many of us have been there. And here's the kicker: often, we don't even realize we're giving too much until it's too late. So today, we're going to break down 9 powerful things you should never do in your relationships, especially when it feels like you're always giving and never getting. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for number 9. It's something almost everyone up here overlooks. But before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe and re button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more of these eye opening insights. Ready? Let's get into it. Number 1, don't reshape your life to fit others. Have you ever tried changing your entire routine just to make someone else happy? Maybe you've quit your hobbies, adjusted your schedule, or even started liking things you don't actually care about. It might seem harmless at first, but here's the truth. Every time you shift your life for someone else, you lose a little piece of yourself. You're like a puzzle piece trying to squeeze into the wrong spot. And guess what? It never works. The people who really care about you will want you to stay true to your authentic self. So instead of changing who you are, focus on growing into the best version of yourself. People come and go, but you're with yourself for life. Don't let anyone make you doubt that. Stand firm and be confident in who you are. Because when you do that, the right people will be drawn to Yusasne Yui, not the version they want you to be. Stay tuned, because later we're talking about how to protect your mental health in relationships, something most people don't realize until it's too late. Number 2, don't get obsessed with anyone. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement when you meet someone special. You want to spend all your time with them, think about them constantly, and even start to prioritize them over yourself. But here's the danger. When you're obsessed with someone, you're not in a healthy relationship anymore. You're in a dependency. Think about this. When your life revolves around another person, you're handing them all the power. You forget about your own goals, your own dreams, and suddenly you're living for them. That's not love. That's obsession. Real love is balanced. It's about two people growing together, not one person losing themselves. So here's a challenge. Step back and ask yourself, am I investing in myself the way I'm investing in them? If the answer is no, it's time to refocus. We're going into why sharing too much about your past can backfire in ways you never expect. Number 3, don't let anything harm your mental health. Your mental health should always be a priority, period. But let's be real. In relationships, especially when we care deeply about someone, we tend to overlook this. We sacrifice our peace of mind to avoid conflict or to make the other person happy. But here's the thing. If being with someone is causing you stress, anxiety, or emotional pain, it's time to reevaluate. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're constantly drained or emotionally exhausted, how can you give anyone your best? Mental health isn't just about feeling okay. It's about thriving. Protecting your mind, your peace, is everything. A strong relationship is built on mutual respect and care, not on one person constantly sacrificing their well being. If you're thinking about isolating yourself for the sake of someone else, the next point is something you need to hear. Number 4, don't push friends or family away for someone else. You meet someone new, and suddenly, your whole world revolves around them. You cancel plans with friends, stop hanging out with family, and start drifting away from the people who've always been there for you. Sound familiar? Here's why that's a huge mistake. Your friends and family are your support system. They're the ones who will stand by you when times get tough. But when you push them away for a new relationship, you risk losing those connections. And here's the kicker: if the relationship you're in falls apart, you'll need that support more than ever. But if you've already distanced yourself, it might not be there anymore. Relationships are supposed to add to your life, not isolate you from it. So don't sacrifice the people who matter for someone who may or may not stick around. Number 5, don't invest too much time in them. Time is your most valuable asset. You can make more money, but you can't make more time. When you spend all your time on one person, you're giving away something you can never get back. The question is, are they worth it? It's tempting to spend every free moment with someone when you're in the honeymoon phase of a relationship. But here's the truth: you need balance. When you give all your time to someone, you stop investing in yourself, your dreams, your passions, your growth. And when the relationship doesn't work out, you're left wondering where all your time went. So be mindful of where your time is going. Make sure you're still investing in you, Sodi, not just them, because your future depends on the choices you make today. Want to know why oversharing about your past could be doing more harm than good? That's coming up next. Number 6, don't reveal everything about your past. It feels good to open up, right? Sharing your deepest secrets, your past struggles, the things you've been through. It can feel like you're bonding with someone on a deeper level. But here's a reality check: not everyone deserves to know your full story. When you share too much, especially early on, you're giving someone the opportunity to use your vulnerabilities against you. It's sad, but true. Not everyone you meet will respect your past, and some might even manipulate or judge you because of it. So, what's the takeaway? Share gradually. Let trust build over time. Don't feel pressured to spill everything up front. Protect your heart and only open up to those who've earned your trust. Number 7, don't agree just to please them. How many times have you said yes to something you didn't want to do just to make someone else happy? Whether it's small things like picking a restaurant or big decisions like life goals, constantly agreeing just to avoid conflict is a slippery slope. You're not being true to yourself. It's important to have your own voice in a relationship. Saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you honest. If you always say yes, you'll end up resentful, frustrated, and drained. And the truth is, if someone loves you, they'll want you to be happy too. They'll respect your boundaries. So don't be afraid to disagree. Relationships aren't about always being on the same page. They're about respecting each other's differences and working through them together. Number 8, don't be afraid of being alone. Many people stay in unhealthy relationships because they're scared of being alone. But here's the truth: being single is not a failure. In fact, being comfortable with your own company is one of the strongest things you can do for yourself. When you're afraid of being alone, you settle, you lower your standards, and accept less than you deserve. But when you embrace being alone, you realize that your happiness doesn't depend on someone else. It depends on you. So don't fear solitude. Use that time to grow, to learn about yourself, and to become the best version of you. When the right person comes along, they'll fit into your life naturally, not out of fear, but out of mutual respect and love. Number 9. Don't forget to celebrate the little wins. This one might seem small, but it's huge. In relationships, we often focus on the big milestones, anniversaries, moving in together, getting engaged. But what about the little wins along the way? Celebrating those small victories keeps the relationship exciting and joyful. Maybe you both tackled a tough conversation, or you supported each other through a stressful week. Those moments matter. They're the glue that holds the relationship together. So take the time to appreciate them. It's not just about waiting for the next big moment, it's about enjoying the journey together. And there you have it. 9 things to stop doing in your relationships if you want to reclaim your power, your peace, and your happiness. Which one hit home for you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more life-changing advice. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember, your happiness comes first.